Welcome. This is Vedic Astrology, your August forecast. Before we begin, one important note. The forecasts here are based on your rising sign, your ascendant. This is not Western. This is Vedic astrology. Take a look at the first video on this channel. In it, I explain in detail the difference between Western and Vedic astrology. If you don't yet know your ascendant sign, just send me your full date of birth, exact time and place of birth, and I will gladly help you determine it completely free of charge. All my contact details are in the description right below this video. Scorpios, if you've been following the forecasts, you already know that from June 1st until the end of October, Jupiter is transiting through your ninth house, the house of luck, father, distant horizons, and higher purpose. What's more, in the sign of Cancer, it's an exaltation, one of the most potent positions a planet can ever attain. And it's also in a trikona house, the house of supreme luck. And for several months now, this transit has been broadening your perspective, improving relations with your father or teachers, and boosting your interest in distant lands and learning. In August, its influence doesn't wane. It opens up anew. And here, in conjunction with the exalted Jupiter, the new moon makes its arrival. This is the month's main event for all you Scorpios. But now, let's take everything in order. On August 2nd, Mars departs your 7th house, the house of partnership, and moves into your 8th house, which is the sign of Gemini. The 8th house is the house of transformation, others' resources, deep processes, and all things hidden, mysticism, occult sciences, psychology, and astrology. The energy from your recent relationships now turns inward. You may have important and not always easy discussions concerning shared finances, since the 8th house governs joint finances, or about aspects within your partnership that require transformation. On August 5th, Mercury exits the 8th house, entering the 9th into Cancer, right where the exalted Jupiter is already located. Now, 3 planets reside in the house of fortune: the Sun, Jupiter, and Mercury. Your mind gains particular clarity concerning learning's purpose and long-range prospects. This is an auspicious period for significant discussions with a mentor or for organizing a journey, potentially one that takes you overseas. And on August 12th, the new moon, which is the main event of the month for Scorpios, will precisely arrive in your 9th house, in conjunction with both the exalted Jupiter and Mercury. A new moon in the house of fortune, aligning with the most benevolent planet at its peak, presents a truly rare window for fresh beginnings concerning matters of faith, education, distant connections, or your relationship with a father figure or mentor. This might manifest as unexpected good luck, an opportune moment tied to studies or a journey, or a profound feeling that your horizons are significantly broadening. It could be an important, warm conversation with your father or a mentor. If you've long been postponing a move toward broadening your horizons, this is now the absolute best time to do so. On August 16th, the Sun exits your 9th house and transitions into your 10th house of career in the sign of Leo. Your house of career and status, along with the inner luck from the first half of the month, now starts translating into tangible professional strides, and you will definitely be recognized. On August 22nd, Mercury joins the Sun in the 10th house. Ketu is already present there. The 10th house, an upachaya and a growing house, sees Ketu working to your advantage, lessening your attachment to external markers of success, and often leading you down an unconventional yet perfectly suitable professional path. 3 planets present here in the latter half of the month place a very strong emphasis on your career, your reputation, and your overall career visibility. On August 27th, we have a full moon, but this isn't just any ordinary full moon. It's actually a lunar eclipse, one of the most profound we've seen in quite some time. It occurs in your 4th house in Aquarius, which is truly the house of your actual home. The house of real estate, the very place you reside. The house of your mother and inner peace, where Rahu has remained all year. Opposite, the 10th house holds the Sun, Mercury, and Ketu. And this eclipse directly impacts the axis between your personal home life and your professional career. This could manifest as a sudden and profound clarification of the equilibrium between your professional and personal life. An important event may arise concerning your home, possibly a move, or matters involving your mother. Alternatively, it might be the necessity to frankly evaluate what you are sacrificing for the sake of status. Eclipses do not tolerate ambiguity, so pay close attention to what this particular axis suggests specifically to you. And one last touch for the whole month. Venus is in your 11th house, in Virgo, the house of income, friends, and wish fulfillment. But in Virgo, Venus is in its fall and doesn't feel very comfortable. This could manifest as a sense that financial resources or the backing of friends are more challenging to acquire than you would prefer. Or it could be a slight disappointment involving someone close to you within your immediate circle. And here, what truly helps is not to depend on things being easy, but rather to invest real, concerted effort into reaching your goals. Then results will come. Against this backdrop, retrograde Saturn is positioned all month in your 5th house in Pisces, the house of love, children, and creativity. And the 5th house is a trikona house, a house that loves purity. And Saturn here isn't automatically softened or mitigated. There might be delays or a sense of heaviness in romantic or creative pursuits, or a feeling that joy requires significant effort. But this isn't cause for alarm. Rather, it's a signal that anything you're currently building in love or creativity through patience will ultimately prove to be incredibly strong and enduring in the future. Now, let's briefly go over the themes of health, money, career, and love for August. Health for Scorpios in August. The first half of the month is supported by an exalted Jupiter. Overall energy and optimism will be above normal. In the latter half of the month, as the emphasis transitions to your career-focused 10th house, ensure that your professional obligations do not encroach upon your much-needed rest. Retrograde Saturn, positioned in the 5th house, could potentially influence your mood somewhat. Remember those things that bring you simple joy, even if it feels like they require a little extra effort at this moment. Money in August. Venus, fallen in your 11th house all month, warns against easy, random income. It will only come through real effort and reliable connections. The first half of the month is strongly supported by Jupiter, positioned in the house of good fortune, making this an excellent time for crucial decisions related to further education or long-term ventures that promise significant future financial returns. Career in August is one of the main themes for the second half of the month. The Sun, Mercury, and Ketu in your 10th house of career from August 16th to the 22nd will give you strong professional visibility. Ketu is working for you here, but in its own way. Your path to success might be unconventional, not by the book, and that's perfectly fine. The eclipse on August 27th, impacting your home and career axis, could prompt you to reassess the effort you're dedicating to your professional status at the cost of your personal life. And what about love and relationships in August? Retrograde Saturn in the 5th house throughout the entire month calls for patience in love and creativity. You shouldn't anticipate swift romantic triumphs. However, that which is built slowly and with integrity will ultimately reveal its genuine nature. For those in a relationship, this is a time not to force things and not to demand an ease or spontaneity from your partner that just isn't there right now. Patient, consistent care for one another is now far more important than any grand, flashy gestures. For singles, a meeting is possible but unlikely to happen easily or quickly. It's more likely to be preceded by some inner work or a period of solitude that you should embrace rather than trying to rush through it. The core message for August, Scorpios. This August reveals that genuine good fortune doesn't negate hard work, rather it imbues it with profound meaning and purpose. Allow yourself to think broadly, but always remember your purpose. Dear Scorpios, I wish you a fantastic August, and may the good fortune of this month not pull your attention away from what truly keeps you grounded. Have a wonderful August, Scorpios. That was the general transit forecast for your sign. Your personal natal chart, or your personal annual forecast, will reveal precisely which themes will be most prominent for you and the extent to which these transits will manifest in your life. For an accurate analysis, I need your date of birth, exact time of birth, and place of birth. All contacts are listed below this video.